out. Thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. Weasel, the next Klingon recruitment event will probably be about January or February. I'll just let the countdown timer go. And then I can fire up the camera like you see my lovely face. Hello, hello, hello. And I'm pretty sure we're both live on Twitch and YouTube. So tonight, every time I say tonight, I always want to finish off with Matthew, I'm going to be. And if you're as old as I am, you'll remember that TV show. So, tonight's plan, we are going to finish off the Delta arc with this lovely Romulan. And then I'll switch back to my main character, as I do have some keys. We'll do a little bit of gambling. Severely doubt we'll see any ships, because I haven't opened nearly enough to hit the pity point again. So, but you never know. RNG might be generous. So, for tonight, episodes, that's what I want to do. Hearing pings from somewhere, I don't know where I'm seeing pings from. Oh, Dan's followed me on Twitch, thank you kindly. So, Delta, there's Delta. Fair enough, Dan. I've only just started doing Twitch, only started doing it last weekend, mate. So, we're going to do the patrols, then take down, followed up by What's Left Behind, and then the lovely Ensign Kim one, which I absolutely adore. Honestly. So, let's see what patrols we need to do.
How's it going out there?
Well, you tell me a lot of information. Right. Tempting targets. Make sure I'm a normal, with a habit of doing things in a leap by accident. Tempting targets. Oh, this is a trade one. I hate this one. So I've also swapped ships as well. So we started off in the Talaru, I swapped to the Valdor, and I'm now in the legendary Talis, which is again screwed up the trays. And the worst bit is I had to fix these and save these just before shutting down this afternoon. So yes, it is a single target build. Doing Surgical Strikes 3 on it. Just for giggles. Oh, too far. That's what happens when you're talking and not paying attention and try to read chat at the same time. Yeah, I wish we had the functionality that we had in the Star Trek Starfleet command games, where you could match course and speed with your target. Because that would just be nice. I'll do that chat window because I don't need it. To get the engagement up, Dan, that's what it is. I actually forewent a space one today in favour of a ground one. Went kit performance for ground over one of the damage resists for space. You and your pizza soup. Also, evening. In case anybody's wondering why my ship looks so funky. See Terran Rep vanity skin that's on it. Looks very nice. Unfortunately, most of the parts of the shield don't line up properly on this ship either.
Much obliged for the escort.
We'll be sneaky Romulan. So you're getting very, very good at it. Is that your own personal opinion or that of others?
It's not too much trouble.
Yes, it would, Dan. You're absolutely right. It's also good for this mission as well. Less patrol. Or any patrol where you've got to escort. So damn shame these ships don't go faster. I'm only at half impulse and I'm still gaining on them. Dirty buggers. Now, I'm tempted, well, not tempted, but I am planning, I was going to pick up the Shrike last night from my event campaign. But I didn't, because I was like, do I pick it up just now, or do I just hold off and see what they do next with muds? Because, you know, it's that old thinking that if I get the ship, it's going to turn up in muds bundle. And I've got a few ships I want to get from the promo packs and the lot boxes anyway. But my thinking is, I watched Spencer's video from a couple of years back on the Shrike and it's doing the portal weapon on Hive. You can fire from further than 10 kilometers away against the Borg Queen. So you can fire safely and not get hit by a feedback pulse. So I thought that was quite a nice idea. Not that it'd be that practical having like giving up a slot for it, but for something just to have a little bit of fun with. Yeah, I was thinking about it. Sell all this stuff. Right, let's jump into the next one. I'd also planned to pick up a load of dual heavy cannons. So I'm going to get the ultimate or the Viridian ones, but I've not had them drop yet. So I wasn't for dropping 20mm per, just for a tune that I'll use on the rare occasion. I don't know, I'm not a big fan of the Tholian gun because it's just not my style of weapon. Probably tell myself as more of a purist, you know, nice phaser pistol. You know, maybe a phaser rifle. But it is very effective against anything apart from the Tholians, funnily enough. As a lot of folk are still finding out, even though it's been plastered everywhere. So, but on my main character, I've got mine Epic 15. Fly towards the surface. You better put Troy in charge then, she's good at crashing into things. I couldn't have just beamed down from where I was. Wasn't any closer. Yeah. Yeah, I was toying with the idea of doing that, just reclaiming 4 of them and sticking them on the boss. That is good for obviously the little web grenade that fires and pulls everything in, so it's handy, especially against the Timu Cardassians. Oh, come on, load times. Just cleaned up my laptop, so it's definitely not that. I had a slight shock yesterday. I was looking for the channel logo for some stuff that I was doing, and for loving their money I couldn't find it, and I happened to just go into my computer and seen that my hard drive only had 50 gig left on it. I thought, oh dear, that's that needs cleared out a bit, so managed to clear that back out to about 300. In fact, a lot of it was video files.
I'm not sure. The K's on.
Good to see the hierarchy.
I will need to get another external and hook it up. Just purely for all the YouTube stuff.
The Benthen Guard is on.
See, even the Shax cannon, can't stand it. I've got it and I used it, but I used it for a while. I ended up switching over to the disco rifle from the old buy store.
If you are ready,
But now I tend to, on my main, I've got
bulk of the Vodwar fleet has been
the
Vodwar Prime.
Star Trek 6 phaser and the Twok phaser as the two that I usually go to. And normally I've got the Nakul plasma weapon on for the 2-piece.
The fleet is ready to begin. The Vodwar have sent out several large fleets.
Oh, I haven't.
Which wing of allies do you want to assist you?
Can't remember. That's 2 seconds. Time to cheat. Nice. This is so on bad. Oh, for God's sake, learn how to spell. That's that mission takedown. There we go. Done all that. The wiki gives you the full description of it, but rather than just saying, and that tell why that is there. Alpha front keys on.
An excellent choice. The Kazon.
Something's not right here.
Oh no, they've turned against us. Surely not. Who could ever have seen that coming?
I was worried.
I'll put my ground build on when I switch over to the main for the gambling. Tell you what though, one thing about this ship, it is very nimble. I haven't put this one to X2 yet. That's on my list of things to do whenever they do another Phoenix event, which I hope they would do. very soon. I'm very surprised they didn't do it again during the bonus bill like they have done the last couple of times. Because I'm in desperate need of ship upgrades, unfortunately. I've gone through them all with the 15th anniversary. Hey, Spider! Just battering through the old missions for the Delta Arts. This is the third last one.
Secure the area.
Off to Bravo. This one we're sending in the Hazari.
The Vodwar have set up a cruiser picket line, a sound tactical choice.
It's a damn shame that Neelix doesn't end up missing in action. Ah, well, shame. Just noticed, was it only the Twitch that's coming up on the chat? Can't really see my OBS too clearly at the moment. These stream elements are as challenging as is restream at the moment. Not had a chance to play about with streamer bot properly. Yeah, this is standard for this ship. Competitive engines also work really well. If I get my mouse back, I'll check the chat settings.
The Vodwar have constructed a defensive line of battleships.
Seconds till I get into restream. This is a professional outfit, as you can tell. No, it's definitely in here. Settings. Maybe chat. Somebody let me know if YouTube fires up on that on-screen chat or not. Just failing that, I'll do stream elements and that should resolve it. If I can find the right one. Sending. Yeah. I don't even have one. Give me a wee sec, I'm sorting this out. Okay. Back to this. I have and I haven't. I've decided I'm getting the Shrike, but I haven't picked it up yet. Hey, looks like the chat's working now. I can just see the YouTube icon, so that's fine. Superb. Right, saves me have to mess about well with that. So yeah, so I'm going to get the Shrike. I'm also going to get the Connie 2 as well, because I've got another box kicking about. But, as I've said a couple of times, I need to get this Tribble tune copying thing resolved, because I've got... How's that? Going old school here with a notepad. There are 54 lockbox ships and 21 promo ships that I want to do videos on. And obviously I am not going to go and fork out and buy 75 ships across 2 characters to do videos, because, well, that would cost me an absolute fortune. So instead I can open the boxes on Tribble, test the ships, do the videos, and then once I've done all that, I can leave probably about the maximum number over there with the lot boxes and the promo boxes for any future ships, and then I can open them on the live server and get myself some new toys. As I might pick up the Gorn Hunter for plasma builds. Realistically I should do that on my Romulan, but all my traits and everything are on my main fed, so I'll just have to learn how to do plasma. And then the friendship as well is another one I'm thinking about picking up. For whenever the servers start behaving again and we can start doing runs without rubber banding everywhere. Yeah, so that's the plan. So, a lot of new toys, a lot of new videos coming in. I'm going to be looking at changing the format slightly as well. Yeah, so a lot's going on. Also, the YouTube channel, thanks to Casual Sab, is now sitting at about 527 subs. So, got past 500, which is fantastic news. Now I'm just waiting on the YouTube algorithm spitting out the actual number of watched hours, because I need to get that over 3,000. Then that's the first milestone done. So that's the one where you can start offering memberships for anybody that wants to support the channel, and anything that's made on the channel is put right back into it, so whether that be hardware, software, or Zen for getting stuff in the game to do the videos on. And then after that, the next milestone is the 1,000 subs and the 4,000 watch hours, and that's the one where you get the ad revenue. So the long-term plan is make the channel self-sufficient, so it can basically get whatever needs to be gotten for doing content, whether it be, let's say, stuff for the live streams, stuff for the vids, and just try to be slightly different from most of the others out there, which is a hard thing to do. As Spencer also gave me some good hints and tips on doing the thumbnails, and I'm just very wary that mine might looking a bit too much like his ones. So try to keep them slightly different. Oh, wait a minute, I've got to fight fucking. What's his past, don't I? Gal. Hey, come on now. Stop shooting me with that stuff. That's just not nice. I help I've actually activated some stuff as well. That's spinning. That's a good trick.
All ship is launched and drop platform. Sensors indicate he's on.
There we go. Well, that's him taken care of. Nice, easy and quick.
Sir,
Right, let's go and take care of the Timu Cardassians. Because even after this, I've still got to do the bleeding Iconian War one, and then the Temporal one, just to complete everything from this Delta. Ah, see, this gun does come in handy for dealing with this mob. I'll get to go that way. Nope, not going that way. So, through the process of elimination, we're going this way. As bad as these missions are for me, certainly having some decent gear makes them just a tad bit less annoying. That I'm not going to be stuck here for hours. I'm sure there's one other kicking about here somewhere. It's handy. Well, what I'm kicking about. Guess I must have the Borg combat structure kit on. I'll need to get that Ryzian one. That'd be the one, Dan, yeah. I am the greatest, I am the king. Oh! Boom. Then he gets his ass handed to him. Hopefully about a minute later. It's like some folk that play this game, I am the greatest of all time. What's your DPS? I can do 100k. Congratulations. Oh, I have all the toys. Okay, what did you do in them? Nothing yet. That's what Gal puts me in mind of.
Welcome, my friends.
Can't even
Should have
skip
joined
these.
me when you had the chance. Your
See,
persistence
unskippable cutscenes wouldn't be as bad if I could actually move my mouse, so I could actually go and do something useful on one of the other screens. And yoink.
Congratulations. You have earned the right to die on the hallowed sword of a Bagua.
I've just handed everybody their ass. And you're telling me I am not going to win this one. I like his optimism. Come on, there's all the wee beasties.
Although you are clearly not the brightest aliens, in
It's
that
too
case,
kind.
you've refused my generosity.
Cutscene hasn't even started yet and I'm already killing them. That's what I like to see. I wonder if they made all the Delta ones unskippable to boost the engagement, to make it look as if the Delta arc was fantastic. And boot.
Is that the best you've got?
Now's your chance.
Oh, he's so brave, standing up there telling us to take him on. Terrible. Where's Muppet? Yep.
That's impossible.
That's the other thing that annoys me, is if you've got the rebreathers on your bridge crew, they always wear them. Shooting behind me without even looking or pointing. That is most impressive.
Be a footnote in our glorious history.
The only good bug is a dead bug. Join the Roughnecks. Hey, come on, hurry up. Places to go, people to see. We've got some gambling to do here, people. My watch is buzzing for some bizarre reason. I should probably also forewarn you that I might be doing some sponsored streams over the next few months. That's purely because the money's there to do it,
Stronger for doing
and it's for Fleet Command. So,
Already defeated.
if it wasn't for the fact I want to sell my soul to earn some coin,
My
but
people and
needs must.
must believe.
So if you suddenly see Fleet Command appearing on the channel, that's why. Who's Harry Potter?
The remaining
Right.
were you able to certainly
Let's go and have a conversation. I have to say, doing it at this level, with, let's say, all the bells and whistles, and it's not as bad as doing it the first time round. It's taken me forever and a day to do this one. And there's the command hologram. Now there's a storyline that they should have pursued a lot more. It was the only decent thing in Voyager they could have done.
I was responsible for the return. Nevertheless, I'm
What can I say, mate? The needs of my pocket, and so forth.
I'm not a man who...
Got to pay for this stuff somehow.
Intriguing.
I cannot recall. Temple Ambassador. That's it. Couldn't remember if there was one of the Delta things to find in this one. Fleet Command's a very toxic environment, unfortunately. When it first came out on mobile, I did play it. Played it for quite a while. And I had one instance where I set the base shields for 24 hours and I got wiped out within the first hour of me going to sleep. And then after that, I was doing the mining, and this individual decided he wanted to do the mining where I was and took out my ship. So I duly returned the favour, and that quickly transpired into him hunting me wherever I went. He would literally wait and trawl through all the systems trying to find my ship. And a very toxic comments, which obviously Scopely's customer services really didn't care about. They were like, nah, he spends a lot of money, he can do whatever he wants. So, did join the fleet, and the fleet was, like most of us in the Star Trek Online community, that very supportive, very helpful, and the bigger guns gave them a few warnings and then obliterated them once or twice. But after that and the pay to win, I was like, nah, this isn't Star Trek. This is literally fucking a lockbox with a Starfleet symbol on it. That's all it is. It's all set around about the Kelvin stuff. They started introducing the TOS and TNG stuff in that eventually, but it wasn't for me. And Star Trek Online is more my piece. You know, you don't get half the idiots in here. But I'll be honest, if I do the streams, and it will purely be for money, I'll make no apologies for that. But if I do them, I won't be sucking up in any way, shape or form. Then I'll be a very, very honest review about it, and if that causes them to build a sponsorship, then so be it. But yes, I am on the list for slots opening up next. And what's wrong with NordVPN? NordVPN's great. He says he uses Surfshark. Why do I always have to go to Voyager? Matter of fact, why is that ship still there?
Well,
surely by this time, should it not have been replaced by the uglier ones? Yes, I'm not at that level yet, unfortunately, Dan. On Twitch, let me just check. On Twitch, I am. Look. So, in order to do bits and super chats, I think I want to be affiliate. So at the moment, I am 28 out of 50. Fuck, no, in fact, okay, well, I'll just put it on the screen. I'm not going to read through it all. Well, I will read through it all, but I'll show you anyway. Bit one, you think you need a number? I'm not 100% sure. To be honest, I'm not really sure how Twitch works, to be honest. And I watch it for certain streams, and that was generally about as far as I went. And then I decided to start streaming on it. So yeah, so that's to get to affiliate. So once I hit that, I can do some stuff. And to be honest, it doesn't look, you know, to get to that level, it's not that big a stretch like it is with YouTube. You know, YouTube's 500 subs and 3,000 hours of watching plus 3 videos in 90 days. So that's a lot more reasonable. So to stream 7 days a month, so do 2 streams a week. Stream for 8 hours a month. My average stream is about 2 hours long. Easy. So average 3 concurrent viewers per stream. Word gets out there and folks start joining. Fantastic. And then the 50 followers, so it's just getting that one really. And then the rest of them I can hit. It's more within my control. So I'll have a little, I'll certainly look into this. Let's see what. I'm going to read up on it. Yeah, so for affiliate, that's where you can get the bits, the subscription, the ads, hype chat. So that's all at the first level on Twitch. Ah, thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. I always like the feedback. I was doing the shipyard one for a while, for a couple of reasons. One, you know, I could jump between the ships and jump between the shields easy, especially for the KDF ones and the Fed side. And then a few folk had asked, you know, about doing different
Glad you're here.
locations, and so I'm playing about with them. So at the moment, K13s, I like doing K13. Bali's not too bad for the lighting, and it's just trying to make sure I get ones where they'll accessible for both factions, because I say I've got the Disco and the Kelvin shields. I've got the faction specific visuals on them, so I want to be able to jump into both sides to get the full view of the ships. So it's got to be a social zone.
The engineering teams tell me 2 of the switches are in the correct meter. The engineers tell me there is only 1 switch. The engineers tell me there is.
Such fucking
Sir,
stuff
I've
or nothing.
consulted with both the.
But yeah, so I say everything just takes time, and I wouldn't say I was in a desperate rush. You know, don't get me wrong, it'd be lovely to be able to supplement what I'm doing.
Engineering teams are reading big zeros across.
But you know,
The engineers tell me. The engineers tell me there is only 1 switch in the. The engineering teams tell me 2 of the. Looks like you did it again.
there we go. Simple logic. Yeah, so I say, if the channels, you know, take off and they become self-sufficient, fantastic. Be more than happy with that. Yep. That's the tagline for my novels, the end of the beginning.
From the data we have received so far, we will be able to pinpoint the exact
Why are you running between 3 cooking stats?
However, it is possible that doing so
I was just going to say,
whomever
stats or
meant that we
stats.
have reverse engineered their
Why don't you just have everything together? Save running about, or put an iPad on a gooseneck or sort of swan neck or something, or up on the telly. That'd be so much easier. Multi-vectored. So the only good thing about this is that we actually got some nice ship interiors.
Fascinating. Finally,
And I've said it before and I'll say it again, I do wish that they would go back to giving unique interiors, especially on the hero ships. We got the Connie watching the TV time before. Nice. So we got the Kelvin bridge for the Constitution and the Vengeance, but no other part of the ship, unfortunately. The Disco one we got, but that's because we had the missions, but you can't go off. Or can you go off the Discovery Bridge? Can't remember.
Greetings. This is Commander Jirok of the RRW. I know you have experience. Remember, that's all right. We're seeing 3 patrol groups. Recommend we eliminate them before we board the station.
Those buggers fly a bit quick, don't they? Or is it me that's flying a bit? That's me that's flying a bit too quick. That's the problem. So, and you've got the TOS, bridge and ship, which is good. And I think that's really about it. I think you can get the Defiant one. I've got the Defiant one. You can get the TNG Galaxy one, but I don't know if that gives you the full ship or if it's just the bridge. Also the Voyager one. I really had hoped that when they did the 15th bundle they were actually going to do the film bridges. Because I would have loved to have had them, especially a Wrath Khan or a Star Trek 6 one. They'd included that as a bundle exclusive there. I think a lot more people would probably got it. But mind you, saying that, we don't know the sales figures, so it might have performed really well or it might have performed really badly. We have no idea. Yeah, the competitive engines on this ship make it go. The Packways would be most happy. Oh, this one.
found a breeding apparatus. That
TV ticks, just checking something. Right, so I've got the rebreather on this, so I shouldn't be in. There we go. I like to see my uniform.
I was thinking we should split.
this is obviously a
Remember, I don't know if they've ever actually fixed this mission because I remember that half of the interior keeps disappearing. Bye bye, Alachi. Oh no, this is the one where Sealer turns up. The suffering I go through for my viewers, I tell you. Normally that would be an instant mute. can't mute it. Gotta give you all the immersion. Make up your mind and shoot one of them. Come on. It's just pretty much just, you know, spray and hope, really, ain't it? Right, go around and try and rescue everybody.
We're transporting you to a Romulan ship in orbit. You're going to be fine.
See, everybody laughs now, talking about folk being abducted by aliens, and look, here's proof that it does happen. We're talking about your super, what's happening in the game.
You'll be back on duty before you know it.
Because what's happening with your soup, then it's because you're using mushrooms. And nobody should use mushrooms. Unless it's the fun kind of mushrooms.
Even the board won't assimilate again.
In which case it's personal choice. Yes I did. No.
Everything will be fine.
I have, but not in this character.
Bring you directly to safety.
So this guy, no, tell a lie, no I did, yeah. Is maxed out on this one. I dropped a few Phoenix things on it, I think. So I'm still at crit D4 and damage crit H. So I've not re-rolled it yet. That's still on my list of things to do, because at the moment all of my assets are going back to my main account, so I've not got the deal or that on here to, or the salvage to re-roll it. So it's working well enough just now.
This is no way for a proud Klingon warrior to go out. We'll catch him up immediately.
Yes, the plan will be
Door is unlocked now.
re-roll for damage ×4, but I say it's killing things that quickly. It's not really making that much of a difference, to be honest. Let's see. Go to walk phaser. Just for the secondary fire when it just disintegrates them. Shoot me questions. This is the way I came in. Right, can't go out that door yet. I'll move to window. Does help when you actually read what the hell you're supposed to be doing.
This is odd.
A prison break. Maybe I should go back to the ship.
Yeah, I'll just run rescue and search in advance. The
Neural parasites.
salvage is ridiculous from that mission.
Infected with those mind-controlling bugs.
But I'll wait till I put the dual heavy cannons on. Obviously, parasites are kicking about in here. I'm definitely putting this one on for that, just for quickness. It's the flying things that are most annoying. I mean, it's just me that doesn't like things buzzing around my head.
Some of this technology is ancient, but it's quite advanced.
I say once I get my main stuff happens wings. Once I get my main 100% of where I want it to be, then the Klingon, Romulan, NGM, Hadar will get a little bit of love.
Engineered.
And get a load of nice traits and weaponry and so forth. What am I supposed to be doing here? I've done those ones. Done those ones. Ah, these ones.
This is more like a factory than a lab.
Shows how much I should pay attention when I'm playing the missions. And that's what happens when you live in Canada. Being indiscriminate here, just shoot them both. I'll hit the right one, isn't these two?
Maybe we should avoid any potential contact.
That was nice and easy.
I think I've seen enough combat for today.
Right, so it's not this mission that's got the missing station. Which one is it? Yeah, if it wasn't for mosquitoes, we wouldn't have Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs would still be extinct.
I knew my people would search.
And this little fly that is flapping its little wings in this room doesn't go away, it's going to suddenly end up dead. Like Mickey Mouse I found in my garage yesterday. Simpsons say, a mascot of an evil corporation. Ah, shut up, Sealer. You know, shoot her. Really couldn't stand Tasha Yar or the Sealer characters in TNG. I've seen Denise Crosby in some other things and she's been alright, but that show just wasn't for her.
Looks like you could use a hand.
It's like Discovery. I've seen a few of the actors in other programmes and that, and they were fine. I quite liked them, but just in Discovery they were terrible. The casting was incorrect, shall we say. I'm gonna take the hint and die already.
Seela! And if you do, fine.
You and this Seela person seem to have
Somehow
some
I
don't want to speak to you.
That explains some things. Will I be taken in very well? It's not.
Yeah, pretty much, Eric.
We have Empress Seela in our brig.
Well,
Woohoo! Another one down. We're doing well. We're over an hour in and we're on to the final. Drum roll. Right. So the last one should be, yep, Ensign Kim's one. Right. Just before I have to suffer through that one, I shall take a couple of minutes. I'll be right back. We're back. Not long at all. I also did actually forget to mention, just whilst we were talking about the